Hi everyone, so today's video is called Behind the BookTube, where I share with you a little bit more information about the production of my videos for my channel. This original video was created by Katie, and I'm going to put her channel down below so you can check her page out as well. So let's get right to it. The very first question is, what kind of camera do you use? And I actually use a camera that's not a point and shoot and not a DSLR, but sort of an in-between the two, so it does have some high-end features in it, but it also has just like your regular settings. It's a Sony NEX F3. I don't know if that means anything to you, but I don't really know much about cameras, so that's basically just all I know. And actually it's my husband's camera and he had it, so that's why I've been using it. If I didn't have this camera, I don't think I would have went out and bought one. I probably would have just used my phone for it. And I don't think that you have to have a really high-end camera to be able to have a YouTube channel and to make videos, because I definitely see a lot of people using their phones or their iPads to film their videos, and they turn out really well. So I think that all you need to do to make videos is just be willing to make them. Question number 2 is, do you use any additional equipment? And the only piece of additional equipment that I use is my tripod. I got it a while ago on Amazon, and it's actually part of their Amazon Basics items that they have, and it was around $20, so it wasn't super expensive, and it does the trick really well. So I've been using it ever since I got it, and I think it works. And so if you've been looking for a good tripod, I would recommend that one. I know there's a bunch of high-end ones, but I feel like this one has all the functions that it could possibly need, so I've been pretty happy with it. Question number 3 is scripted or spontaneous, and my videos are a little bit scripted in terms of I know what I'm going to say and what I'm going to talk about, and whenever I have a wrap-up video or I'm going to talk about exciting books coming out, I always make a list of the books that I'm going to talk about, but I don't really write down what I'm going to say about each book. I just sort of wing it on the spot. When I'm doing a book review video, I like to jot down a couple of points that I want to make in that video about the book that I'm talking about, but I don't really write down everything that I want to say, so I also think on the spot for that one, and it's been working pretty well. I know that if I scripted it even more, I would probably have even more details and have even more informative videos, but I just like going with the flow when I'm filming these. Question number 4 is, how many takes do you do when filming? And I film my videos all in one take, because then later on I edit them and I sort of cut out the parts where I messed up. Sometimes when I film a video and I look it over and I realize that I missed a bunch of things that I wanted to talk about, then I go back and I film that video again and I mention stuff that I didn't mention before. So sometimes I do 2 takes. I haven't done more than that. I think 2 is the most. But normally on a regular video, I just usually have 1 take. And if I mess up, then I just start over where I left off and do it like that. Question number 5 is, do you use music and where do you find it? I don't really use music on my channel. It's a pretty basic operation here that I'm running, so I don't think that I'm advanced enough to use music, and honestly I don't know where I would even find it, so it's probably best that I just stick to what I've been doing and avoid the music. Though I have to admit, I do like it when other people have music that goes along with their video or is before or after, so props to you guys for editing the music, but I just don't think I know how to work the whole editing process well enough. Question number 6 is, how do you make your thumbnails? So for my thumbnails, I actually use a website that's called Canva. I'm going to link that down below if you're interested, and they have a bunch of templates for different things, and one of those things is YouTube thumbnail. They have a variety to choose from, and you can edit it or you can make your own, but I just picked one. I edited out the colors, and I think it's been working out pretty well for me. I like how it sort of every single thumbnail of mine looks pretty much the same, so I like that. So yeah, that's basically what I use for all of my thumbnails, and at this point I'm just too lazy to even change anything around. I like sticking to that same one, so that's what I've been doing for my thumbnails. Question number 7 is, what do you use to edit your videos? And I use iMovie for that. It's pretty easy to sort of get the hang of it. I know there are more high-end editing programs available out there, but I only make 1 or 2 videos a week, so I'm happy with using just iMovie. Sometimes it does mess up or something's wrong with it, but overall it's been pretty convenient to use, so I've been just sticking to that. Question number 8, any tips, tricks, or hacks when it comes to making videos or filming them or editing them? I don't really have a lot of tips or tricks, to be completely honest. I think probably knowing what you want to say beforehand, maybe practicing a couple of times, is a good idea if you're really nervous or you're not really sure what you want to say. Other than that, I think I don't really have any good tips or tricks in terms of editing. One thing that I would say is that if you are doing it all in one take and you want to edit it out later, it's better to sort of take a break. Like, say I'm saying something and I messed up, then I stop and then I start the whole phrase over again, just because when you're actually going in to edit it all, it's hard to cut it up just right so that you can put the 2 separate pieces together. When you keep talking constantly, it's harder to make it like a smooth transition between what you were saying before and what you're sort of trying to attach to that. So that's what I've learned, because initially I would just talk and talk and talk, and then when the time would come for me to edit it, I would have a hard time. But now, if I make a mistake, I stop, and then I say whatever I was saying over again, so that way it's easier when I'm actually working on my video. Question number 9, in your own opinion, what makes a good video from a production standpoint? I think the most important thing is, as long as your image is clear enough that people can see you, and people can hear you after you make your video, I think that's the most important thing. As long as it's not super blurry and it's not super quiet, it's okay. I mean, there's so many videos out there on YouTube where people use all sorts of devices to film their videos, and I think that as long as people can have like a normal viewing experience, it'll be okay. It doesn't have to be a super high-end, high-quality video production, as long as everyone can sort of understand what you're talking about. So that's it. This is all of my behind the BookTube question and answers. Please let me know if you do any of the same things that I do, and also let me know if any of your production tips are different than mine. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.